Welcome back to the channel, friends. It is great to be here, and I hope you're doing well. And today I bring to you some more AFR action. We'll be attempting a run that was recommended by a commenter. Shout out to you, Indie Coffee. Thank you so much for making the recommendation. And Indie Coffee would like us to attempt a flower-centric run. So when I think about a run like this, I believe that there is one profession that is head and shoulders above the rest as it relates to having success in such a run, and that is, of course, the gardener. And why is the gardener the best choice here? Well, on level up, the gardener is going to gain +5 in flowers value. That means the product that we're making, that we're, laboring over to grow each and every turn, will be selling for more as we level up more. As a nice little consolation, we also have max energy +20. That's great. No complaints there. We also start with the copper hoe and the wooden watering can. Very nice. So I'm excited to try out this run, excited to see how this goes. So without further ado, let's just hop right on in. Let's go. Alright, popping in here, let's take a look at our opening island. And we do have the swamp next door, which I think is just fine, right? We can grow things in the swamp. We can actually get bonus experience in doing so. And as you already know, when we level up, our flowers value does increase. So that's actually quite nice. For our opening island here, I'm hoping for just a trace amount of iron and a bunch of stone as well. Let's see what we have. Let's go. Alright, so the island looks quite nice. I also like that there's no water here, right? It's going to give us plenty of space for fields. So this actually does look quite nice. So let me set up the perks here, my friends. And while I'm doing this, if you're enjoying the content here on the channel, then please consider becoming a subscriber. We'd love to have you in the community. Thank you so much for your viewership. Give the video a like as well if you're enjoying the content. And ultimately, I just thank you for being here. So thank you so much. Let's rock and roll. Let's cultivate this opening island. Let's cultivate this land into many fields of flowers. And when we think about flowers, my friends, let's take a peek here. So we can actually go to the stats menu here, and we can check just kind of base sell prices, right? So if we sort of just filter all of this out to focus on flowers alone, we can see that there are different categories of flowers. So we have the sunflower here. It sells 35 through 55 with our current level up setup, right? And then the rose, 45 through 70. So it's pretty obvious to me that the rose is like the top dog here. This is the flower that we probably want to focus on. Now, you can take the flowers, you can put them in a dye machine, and you can make dye. So let's take a peek at the dye prices. But I think the rose and probably the sunflower is going to be the key. And maybe a distant third is going to be the tulip. So if we can focus our run on these three flowers, I think we can have some success, especially as we level up more, right? So let's take a peek. Not even sure what category the dye is in. Maybe, I guess let's just take a peek here. So scaling these menus here. So we got the blue dye selling at 25 through 55. Yeah, so it seems to me that the dye, it just sells worse than the flowers themselves, depending on the flower that you're growing. So if we focus on roses and sunflowers, and I suppose tulips, unless the yellow dye sells better, I guess it's probably not really worth. Yeah, yellow dye is not selling great either. So if we focus on the top three flowers just in their purest form and sell them, I think we'll have plenty of success in this particular one. So first and foremost, we start with 150 gold, right? It would be great to sort of get the EXP boost +1 with intelligent. So how are we going to go about that, given we don't have the starting cash that you do with, say, the merchant, right? Well, I think what we can do is target some of these opening ores and just mine them, see what they're selling for. So 67 for the gold ore. Copper ore selling for 30 each, so that's 90. Yeah, the math just doesn't quite work out, does it? Although we do start with some iron here as well. So I'm wondering if maybe that there's some kind of angle we can take here. I like to get 500 secured before we go crazy and use our entire energy bar. So what if I go gold ore, just sell it, sell all of this copper, sell all of these berries, although they're not selling great this turn. I just want to get to 500, right? And I think we can actually do so. Yeah, if I sell this, we got it. At least we get the EXP boost before we put in, an energy bar's worth of work. I think it makes sense. You might disagree. You might think I should have held on to that copper for tool upgrades. I mean, I can certainly see that argument as well. I think they're both valid arguments, but I want to focus on trying to get as many level ups as possible, frankly. So, speaking of level ups, we do level up here. We have silver token. Max energy minus 40. I'm not a huge fan of that. We have Merlin's hat, though. So this is going to give us max energy as we use more energy. And then we have magic. So, rocks are, numerous on our beginning island here. We have the swamp next door. So we're not going to see many more rocks. So I think rocks, stones are precious. So I'm going to go with Merlin's hat here. I'm going to probably have to fashion all of these stones into sprinklers if I'm being completely honest. Plus we'll need a few furnaces as well. Magic is cool, it's nice, it's different. And it certainly makes it a great challenge to secure enough stone really to do anything meaningful with. So let's go with Merlin's hat. We're going to be using energy all game long. Might as well get some max energy as a result of our efforts. So let's just keep rolling here. I'm going to target stone on this turn in our work rhythm. And then next turn, of course, clear out some space for some fields. We'll get the fields down, and then we'll get them built on day 3 here, beginner's luck. So I think that's a fine beginning here, my friends. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Alright, so day 2 dawns. Another one that I'm targeting here for day 2 is going to be Clever Hammer. Now, I think this is a really good one to get as well, given we're going to be putting build plans down. So, how can I raise $200 and secure that? I mean, I think selling wood is a completely viable solution for $200, right? So let's kind of put in the work here, and let's see what we end up with. I do also want to get some grass in the hand so we can get the build plans for the scarecrow down. So let's make sure we do that. And how many units of grass do we have? We have 3. And what's the scarecrow again? It's 3. Okay, good. So that is good. All right, let's see if we can raise $200 here. So $8 per unit of wood. Let's sell the sand. Let's sell the worm. Let's sell the beetle. Tree seeds, we can sell those as well. We have the swamp next door. And then I guess let's just sell down the wood until we have 200. Which we do. Excellent. So let's go ahead and get our building upgrade, Clever Hammer. All right, excellent. Now, let's continue our efforts to chop down trees here. And we get another level up here. So we have Traditionalist. That is a very scary one. EXP boost, minus 100%. I don't like that, but it would be an interesting one to try for sure. We also have Connections, which is very useful to us because mainly it unlocks all of the shop slots, right? So we're going to be purchasing our flower seeds at least early on from the shop. And this, gives us a wide array of seeds to choose from. Then we have Award, which is also another pretty decent one to get. But I'm going to go with Connections here. I think it's a no-brainer. And what sort of level up rewards are we kind of targeting in this one? You might be wondering. Well, I think the one that speeds up the growth time of plants is a really good one. I believe it's called like Good DNA. I think that's going to be a very strong one as well. And then I think Award is a decent one. I mean, it's a good solution for the first week, right? But we'll cross that bridge when we get there, right? First and foremost, let's get some build plans down. So 75 wood. Question is, do I have enough wood for these hives? Might be literally one short. Nope, we got it. All right, so the hives are down. Tremendous. Let's get the sprinklers down. Get these built next turn. Whoops, let's move those up one. All right, looking good. The energy bar is depleted. See, I have 68 stone remaining, I believe. I mean, we're definitely going to need some furnaces. Question is how many, right? I think we can get a few. I don't think we need a ton. Maybe like 4 for starters. Can always add more. Got 40 stone left. What other buildings are we kind of looking at here? Dye maker. We've already looked at the pricing. It's not advantageous to turn flowers into dye. It isn't. Especially with our gardener skills. I think a seed maker is a pretty useful one. So that's 5 stone. It'd be nice to hold on to 5 stone. And then of course more sprinklers. I mean, if we're going to add more fields, we're going to need more sprinklers. So maybe I just start with 4 furnaces here. And just kind of see how far that takes us. And can always add more if we need to. So let's go ahead and end our turn right there, my friends. Tomorrow we're going to be building and gaining some experience in doing so. Let's go. All right, let's get out the old stone hammer here. And let's start getting the important buildings built. And obviously, we do have to buy flowers in the shop as well. So that's another expenditure that we're going to have to incur, right? Now, are we able to really get it? Not really. We do get a level up, though, which is helpful. Global warming, I mean, that would have been a great one had we, had the swamp unlocked. Sometimes there's a very giant body of water. That would have been a really good one to get, but I just don't have the financial means at this current point in the game to really do that. We have campfire. I mean, that's a useful one. And then we also have fortune. So this will give us picks +1 and then just all buffs next turn. I think that's probably just a little more impactful. So let's go. Would have liked maybe good DNA there, but what can you do? All right, so let's go ahead and just till up these fields as much as we possibly can. I'm going to get my iron smelting. That will give us access to a seed maker, which I think is pretty important. In fact, an early seed maker I think is pretty crucial. Yeah. So 7 stone, that's good. I'm glad we got the iron. And it's also why you want to go with Clever Hammer. Another option is, of course, the mine. I do think that there's utility in the mine as well. However, it requires more iron. More iron than we have, frankly. There's ways, of course, to get it. We can, add iron in the shop if we need to. There's ways to get it, but for the time being, I think focusing on the seed maker is probably the best choice to make. All right, so let's see if we can't get some flower seeds in the shop. The question is, do we have enough cash to sell? So this sand, that'll move the needle a bit. The worm, the beetle, the orange not selling good. Apple selling just fine. Berry, tree seed. We got the grass. I think we're going to come across plenty of grass. Orange will sell it. We have wood. It's selling pretty good. However, is that what we want to do with the wood? So I believe it's 250 to unlock. Yeah, it is. I don't like the idea of selling stones. I really don't. We can cut some trees down next turn, so I will sell the wood. Let's get the rich bouquet. Let's go ahead and roll this. Let's see what we have. We're targeting rose seeds specifically. So here's 1 stack of rose seeds there. Let's get another. So we have 12. It'll be a decent starter. So let's get them planted. And like I said, once they grow and become a sellable item for us, it really should be a pretty strong option for us given our skills. So, the energy is gone. The furnaces are working for what they are. We used all of our wood, so it's not really an option to get more coal there. So I think tomorrow we go ahead and just chop down as many trees as possible. Try to accumulate some more money and get some more seeds in the earth. So let's go. Alright, what do we have here? A Festival of Gluttony. Use 50 consumables to earn a reward. 50 consumables, let's think about that. I mean, I see a bunch of orange trees, right? But you can really only use 3 per turn. Yeah, I'm going to have to decline this. I mean, it's a tempting little trap to fall into, that's for sure. I was very tempted by that for just a moment, but I don't think it's the smartest choice for us. Now we have some honey, which is, of course, selling low end. That's not great. Got a cute little bee. Why don't we go ahead and get our seed maker down? This is going to help us secure more rose seeds for free. In fact, it might be best to get 2 of them. Yeah, I want to get 2 of them. Use both of our iron on those. And now let's continue to just chop down trees. Another thing I do want to pay attention to, of course, is tool upgrades. So, I mean, I think eventually I will end up buying the ores in the shop. We'll just get some copper. But what you can do is you can actually get tools that will upgrade like your harvest boost and things like that, right? So it's interesting. I'm not really seeing anything here, but maybe once the hoe gets upgraded. The watering can as well. But it's definitely something to keep an eye on. I think there's a bunch of different ways you can approach a build like this. like a flower-centric build, right? There's a bunch of different ways to approach it. Are we approaching it in the best way possible? I guess I don't know, but that's the fun of playing the game, right? So let's go ahead and let's just cut down these trees. Let's get as many sellable products as possible because we definitely want to go in on some more seeds this turn. So let's get just a bit more energy here. See if we can get one more tree felled. Nope, we can't. Okay. So let's sell the orange. Let's sell the apple, which is selling high. Excellent. B, yeah, we'll just move off of it. Tree seeds, you bet. I mean, honey is not selling great. I suppose we can keep a stack of this. We're going to be getting it every turn. We got some wood that is actually selling pretty good too. So let's see. We have 9, 18, 21, 24 slots open in our fields. So let's go ahead and buy 24 seeds. Targeting the rose seeds first and foremost. Not really seeing any rose seeds. We do have the sunflowers though. Those were selling pretty good as well. So yeah, why don't we go sunflowers as well? So that's 14, 18, 21. Tulips were also okay. There we go. We got 24 seeds here. So let's get them planted. Alright, a nice full field coming up. We should have some product to sell. Of course, it's market crash day tomorrow, so we'll make that sale on the bad day. Second to the last day of the month. Or week, I should say. And hopefully, we can just keep growing flowers here, so we'll get a harvest tomorrow. We'll get a harvest the next day. If we get things planted tomorrow, we'll get a harvest on the final day. And hopefully that's enough to carry us across to a new week. Especially after we get our rose plants, we can get them in the seed maker, right? So I think there is some potential here, for sure. In fact, I could look at maybe selling some wood. Maybe we can get this gifted. We need to sell about 30 units. I think it's worth it. There's plenty of wood left, and there's a swamp next door which has wood as well. So let's do it. That'll get us closer to just another level up, right? I think that's smart. Alright, so we're definitely going to need to purchase some seeds as well. So I think let's sell some more wood so we can get some more seeds. Selling tomorrow is not ideal, right? So let's go ahead and get some more seeds. In fact, I want to roll this and buy all of the rose seeds I can possibly get my hands on. Okay, rose is good. How about some sunflowers? Looking good. Crocus, I don't believe the crocus sold very well. Hydrangea. Here's some tulips. We can get those. Little tulip bulb. I guess we'll take a few crocus as well. And I think we can comfortably end our turn there. Big things happening in the next few days. Let's go. Alright, earn 200 experience. That's definitely not going to happen. It's just not. This build is... I mean, it would be great to be able to grind experience more, but we're just not going to get too much more experience, to be honest. Given the attention we need to focus on our fields, right? So let's go ahead and get some more rose plants down. And then for our roses, let's get all 12 of them in the seed maker. And that should allow us to get into a position, of course, to simply just focus on roses, right? Don't have to waste money in the shop buying the seeds. And let's continue our clearing efforts here. Maybe we can get another field down. I feel like we definitely need another field. So I think what I'll do is I'll move these down this way. Got plenty of furnaces, right? Maybe we have too many. Could probably argue. Let's see, can we get a scarecrow at the very least built? Whoops, why are you tearing up the ground? Alright, let's see, can we eat a few oranges? In fact, maybe I should have gone the route of honey. I think it's going to be real tight here, my friends. it will be, but we can at least get flowers planted tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be tight, but that's all right. I sort of envision this one being tighter. So let's go into the next turn. All right, honey. Can honey come and bail us out a bit? Got some sunflowers. Got a bunch of rose seeds now as well. Got some nice tulips as well. Okay. We have 120 rose seeds. My goodness. So maybe only one seed maker was warranted, but 120 rose seeds, very nice. And you see the boosted sell price of the tulip there, selling 50 high end. The sunflower selling $70 high end as well. Okay, so with the variable pricing, right, we can either pull the trigger today or wait until tomorrow. For the tulip, we're obviously going to wait. The sunflower, I think we can also wait. Let's sell some of this other stuff. At the very least, we don't have to go into the shop and purchase seeds anymore. We just don't have to do it. Honey as well. Kind of waiting for our big sell day on the honey. So let's get some more of these flowers in the earth. It's just important. It's just what we're doing here. Let's get you built up here, Scarecrow. And rose seeds, you guessed it. And then really what we're looking for is we're looking for like one decent sell, right? So we can get a little cash in the bank. And then obviously with that cash, we can do other things with it. We can add ores to the shop for tool upgrades, etc., etc. So I'm going to be chopping down these trees here to make room for another field. And then you guessed it, we can begin to just simply plant more rose plants. Rose bushes, I believe, is the correct nomenclature. Alright, we got the sprinklers, so let's get them built. And then obviously, do we have the wood for enough hives? We certainly do. Yeah, wood has never really been a scarce resource. So let's go ahead and just get all of these nice rose plants down. We got 2 fields to simply just continue to pound on here, my friends, and we can do that the next week, provided that we get there, right? Whoops, I'm not looking to build a scarecrow. I want the hive. There we go. Alright, got that all built up. So, let's see if we can get 6 of them built. It might be close. We got 3. We got 4. We got 5 and we're out of energy. Now. Let's see, how many... So it takes 3 hammer wax. Our hammer is using 6 energy per wax, so we need 18 energy. We have 3, meaning we need 15. So if I use 3 of these, that's going to be just 6. If I use 9 of these, however... Alright, we got it done. It's going to accelerate the growth. That's exactly what you need. That's what you want. Not ideal to use, you know, the sellable honey product, but what are you going to do? Got to make sacrifices here. So worms, yep, sell them. Orange is selling good enough. Beetle is selling great. Let's go ahead and sell that. Tree seed, you bet. Sand is selling high end. Might as well sell it. And we have $600. Can tomorrow's harvest with the roses and kind of what we currently have in our inventory, can it put us over the top? We're going to find out. Let the suspense build. Let's see, do we have... Can we maybe... Nope. How's wood selling? It's selling high end as well, so I think we can definitely sell some of this down, for sure. Just to make sure that we get there, my friends. We definitely want to get there. I don't want to sell all of my wood, but we definitely want to get there. So 1,200 is a respectable sum, I do feel. So let's see what tomorrow brings. Let's see what the sell prices are. We do have to expand soon as well, so got a lot happening here. Let's go. Alright, so we have some beautiful roses. Got some honey, of course, and I'm very curious about the sell price of things on this particular turn. So let's see, what do we have? Bee, butterfly. The less suspenseful ones, right? And we have the tulip, selling better than it was last turn. So let's sell it. Sunflower selling just... Actually, no, it's selling worse than it was last turn. Still worth $1,000. A honey just still in the gutter. But the rose is selling very, very well. So that is nice. So we have the rent paid for, which is what you want to see, for sure. In fact, do we have enough to expand? We do. So let's go ahead and make that expansion. Now, I see opportunity for another field here, for sure. Right? We also have enough disposable income to potentially add some things to the shop that we could use. So when I think about this, I think adding the basic ores to the shop is probably pretty important. That will give us access to tool upgrades, of course. So that's one I'm certainly leaning toward. We can get iron and we can get a mine. And the mine can supply us with resources as well. Although that does actually... We just can't quite afford it, can we? Now, if we sell some of this stuff, we might be able to. Grass puts us at 3,000 mark. I think what I'm going to do is, let's go ahead and cultivate our fields. I think what I want to do is I want to focus on adding another field, probably in this area here. Right? And then let's figure out what to do with the money kind of at that particular point. Are there any upgrades that we could use? I mean, I could certainly use, like, Clever Hammer would be a decent upgrade to get. However, the main resource we're using is wood, so I don't necessarily think that that's too critical. Seed Maker, I mean, we're good on those. Don't have enough stone, so we could definitely use a mine to get more stone. And that's where I think adding ores to the shop is important. That and, you know, just tool upgrades. So why don't I go ahead and do that. Let's go Happy Dwarf. And then let's embark on chopping down some of this foliage to get another field in here. That's what we want. We want another field. Flower seeds is not the problem anymore. It's just the wherewithal and the space, of course, to continue to add fields. So, I don't have any grass left because I sold it. But we can do something like this. Boom, boom, boom. Let's clear out this and this. And again, boom, boom, boom. And again over on this side. Alright, we do get a level up here. Okay. So, the most important part of this level up is plus 5 flower value, right? We get award. We get Neodiet, atomic power, and power. Award is a decent one if you think we're going to get the level up. I don't necessarily think we will. I mean, maybe, since we're playing around the swamp now with the experience boost. I'm just going to go with power here. I think it makes a lot of sense. Plus 50 energy is kind of hard to turn down. So let's go with it. But the swamp just provides so much wood. Which, as you've seen at a few different intervals in this particular run, you know, it can bail you out. It sells sometimes for a decent amount, surprisingly. Alright, so sprinklers would indeed be nice, wouldn't they? They would. They absolutely would. We're going to need more of these hives. Okay, so we got the hives down. Now, I wonder if we can maybe get 3 built and just do like a little mini field here. We're going to have to manually water them until we got enough stone to get more sprinklers, right? Okay, so this does work. So let's get it watered again. Okay, very nice. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this built. Okay, it's real close. See if we can just get one more of these built. Interesting that honey doesn't have the satiety, right? So you get a solid 2 energy back whenever you use it. I do like that about the honey. Alright, let's just be careful. Let's just kind of see how much we can squeeze out of this particular turn. Guess I always have a few more units of honey to consume if need be. So let's go ahead and just get these in place. Watering can. Okay, no energy left. It requires 2, so we're going to have to eat 2 units of honey. Get us over the top. Let's go. Alright, very nice. Rose seeds are looking a little slim, aren't they? Let's check some pricing. Clay. Got grass. I mean, are we really in a position to add another field yet? No. And just through the growing process and, you know, replanting our fields, we're going to get more of it. So we can sell that as a pretty regular resource to sell. Worms, we can sit on those. Sand, we can sit on those as well. I think this is a pretty decent first week. So on to the next. Let's go. Obviously, what we want to do in this next week here, my friends, is just maximize, right? We just want to maximize. We want to continue to add fields. We want to continue to try to level up to increase the value. And yeah, we just need more roses, right? Simply put. And since we went with Fate, we do have the very nice stock market. We can use that on the final day. So let's just hoard as many flowers as we can in power stacks and sell it on stock market day. See if it gets us over the top. See if we can get, you know, an increased high-end sell price through leveling up. And let's see, what else do we have? Shop price is minus 10%. We have roll price minus 15. Tax refund, $1 for each item sold. Sprinklers accelerate crop growth by 1 day. Now that's a real nice one to get, especially if we can secure a few more sprinklers over here, right? Okay, so we definitely want to be strategic with that one. A wise build. Building requirements minus 2. I mean, we could get 1 sprinkler with that. We could. So we have Happy Dwarf. That means iron's in the shop, right? So let's buy iron on this particular turn that we're on. Let's get it smelted. Right? Turned into bars, which will produce a mine for us on the following turn. So this day. Yeah, smelted into bars on this day. This day we use the bars to build a mine. On this day the mine produces for us right here. And that would be the ideal day, of course, to build some more sprinklers. So let's do wise build on this day here. Either that or we start things off with it. Or go day 2. No, let's go day 3 with it. So if we build the sprinkler this day, then obviously we want dirty pipes in effect the following day. Okay, good. A tax refund, we can do that. Their shop price is minus 10%. Actually, let's switch this up just a little bit. Then roll price. Let's do that. I actually think Fates was pretty good to us there for sure. Sometimes those level up or the little weekly perks that you get aren't super impactful. They're kind of not front of mind always, but there's certain ones that are impactful, like stock market is pretty amazing actually. So let's get that built. And let's harvest the flowers that have grown. We are the gardener after all, my friends. This is kind of our calling card. This is what we do. Got a whole bunch of roses there, which is good because we need more rose seeds, if I'm being honest. Alright, let's get the fields fixed up. And I believe on this turn, we're probably going to have to use a little bit of gold to purchase some more seeds. We ran through our stockpile of rose seeds pretty quickly here. In fact, why don't we go ahead and just fish these spots? You get really good experience from it. And I'm just going to sell it. Doesn't matter the price. I'm just going to sell it. What else do we have? Grass. Let's sell it. Butterfly. I think we can just start building a power stack of that. The rose is selling very, very well at 88, almost high end. So let's make that sale for sure. That will give us a little bit of income to work with, because we need iron. So what does it take for a mine? It takes 3 units of iron. So should we get 6? Here's 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's get 6 units of iron. I think that's completely fine. And get 2 mines then. I suppose I could get Clever Hammer. That will actually go a long way in helping us secure more sprinklers as well. So I'll do that. Which means we'll have a little bit of leftover iron. That's okay. Maybe we can add a 3rd mine then, right? Alright, some more seeds. We've got some tulips here. Yeah, tulips are just fine. Don't want to go crazy on the seeds. I don't think we need to, given we're going to have a whole bunch of roses next turn, but why don't we get some planted? So 18 rose seeds. Let's get them down. I mean, I think we certainly need a bit of variety, right? Like if you're going to be planting flowers, say at your own place or for your own enjoyment, would you tend to plant an array of different types of flowers, or would you just stick to all roses because they sell the best, right? Let's try to make it a little more realistic here. Another thing I needed was, I need some copper, don't I? I think I can go with the golden hoe as well, but gold is of course very expensive. So copper hammer is 2, pickaxe is 3. So 5, 7. Not seeing any copper in the shop, which is okay. Basically what I'm trying to figure out is, we have 6 units of iron. I need copper is what I need before I even get the gold. So let's get 6 units of copper because I've got to get some tool upgrades. Alright, looking good there. And let's see, did any more rose seeds spawn? Got a stack of 6 here. Certainly use them. Need 2 more. Let's see, got the crocus. I don't want the crocus. Tulip. How about the sunflower? Let's get a few of these. Boom. Alright, so we got to water these manually, which is okay. It actually does help us level up our watering can skill. And like I said, there is a special watering can that you can get that will increase your harvest boost. So that might be an option for us in this particular one. Can I get a sprinkler? I can. It's going to be a little bit cheaper. I'm going to do it. Why not? We need it. And then I think what I can do is just go ahead and chop down some trees. Now, another thing. Yeah, so we're almost there. 66 of 100. I'm sort of, I'm thinking about maybe using some extra energy. You know, after all the fields have been tended to, using some extra energy on watering to get the watering can upgraded, right? It's definitely an option. We'll see. Let's go into next day, though. Got some big things happening. Let's go. All right, what do we have? Local madman tells you to destroy 12 breakables using a pickaxe. Pickaxe efficiency +1. No thanks. All right, we got our iron. We got our 120 rose seeds. Let's fish these little zones here. Got a pleasant little pond. And like I said, the experience is very, very good. Looks like we have a rose harvest. Very nice. All right, so rose harvest complete. let's hoe up the fields. In fact, let's go ahead and get... Let's get the hammer upgraded. Let's do the hammer. Let's do the axe. Let's do that. And then, like I said, the watering can. I think there's an option potentially. But we'll kind of cross that bridge when we get there. I don't think it's going to be a huge energy expenditure to upgrade it. And if it gives us more harvest boost, right? I think it's worth it. So let's get this and let's see how far just watering these fields gets us as far as our energy goes. Or sorry, as far as our experience goes. Alright, so that's all watered up. Let's hit these as well. We gotta be close. Yeah, we are 99 of 100. Okay, so let's get this field fixed up. Let's get that singular rose seed watered. And let's see what our level up reveals to us. Okay, so level up. Alright, the crocus watering can. Here we go. Used to water crops. Harvest boost +1. That's absolutely what we want to do, but it does require 30 crocus. Okay. So we're going to want to water... So we're going to want to grow some crocus. Need 30 of them. So the shop. Crocus seeds. Do we have any? 7. Gold, I should probably get the golden hoe. Very expensive to buy gold from the shop, though. My goodness. Alright, crocus. Yes. So we'll do that. Looking good. Alright, we have 6 iron bars, so we can add a mine. Let's throw it right here. In fact, we can add several of them. So let's throw that one right there. Let's move these buildings over here to the left. And throw another mine south of the fields. Okay. So let's add another mine right here. Don't have enough wood now. Imagine that. Well, we do have to clear some wood. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's build another mine. It'll give us some stone for some sprinklers, and then we can add some more fields if we need to. In fact, it would be nice to add some fields for the crocus that we have. Now, the question becomes, what is the ideal setup for that? Maybe this bottom corner, just get a little scarecrow in here. Probably won't have the energy this turn, but it would be ideal. I mean, all of the prime real estate, like, let's face it, all the prime real estate is pretty much gone. Like, this is a decent zone right here. It's a little bit cut off. Yeah. I suppose that's a decent zone right there. So why don't we build this? And if I have to manually water it, I will. Why not? We're a gardener after all. It's kind of what we do. In fact, where's my honey? I'm going to just pound this down so we can get another field in. At least as much as we possibly can. The honey isn't going to move the needle much as it relates to selling. Alright, crocus seeds. Let's get more of them. Alright, so we could use another 5. Let's see if we can get another 5. Roll. Crocus seeds. There's 3. The tulip and the crocus look very similar. A $200 reroll is very steep. Let's do it. Alright, 5 more crocus seeds. I'm hoping this produces the 30 that we need. It is 18 plots, right? So hopefully you get more than just one. I guess we're going to find out. And then another key element to this is, of course, the hive. It looks like we might need to chop down a tree. Yeah, we do, but that's okay. Let's get it built first. Let's see, we have 13. Okay, so. Just enough. Now, can we get it is the question. Should have enough energy left. Alright, very nice. Go ahead and chop down this tree. Clear out space for this future field that we're cultivating here. We'll have the mines producing for us. The energy bar is gone. Do we want to do anything with our seed maker? I think we should probably keep roses rolling. Let's get some gold in the old furnace. Let's sell these fish. Grass can be sold. Clay, sell it. Rose is not selling well. That's alright, we're building the power stack anyways. A worm, sure, just sell it. Get a bonus in selling today anyways. Butterfly, high end, absolutely. Beetle, sell it anyways. Friendly little bee, sell it. And the apple, sell it. Got some rose seeds. We got some copper bars. In fact, we're just one shy for our pickaxe. I actually don't have any more iron either. So I'm going to buy 1 unit of iron, 1 unit of copper. We're going to get that smelting. It would be a shame not to be able to upgrade the watering can once we get there, right? So let's take care of that right now. And then we'll have to focus our efforts on collecting some wood next turn as well. But that'll be okay. The energy is gone. Let's go ahead and end the turn after we sell the tree seeds. Let's go. Alright, the local madman is back. No, buddy. No, thank you. That's kind of your thing, man. Actually, if you think about it, there's probably 12 things right here to mine with our pickaxe, but whatever. Pickaxe efficiency is not necessarily something that is high on the list of priorities, so I'm good. I'm good. Alright, so let's get a bit more wood. Hey, look, our frogs showed up. The frogs like the flowers, perhaps. Now, let's get it upgraded. I guess we'll find out next turn if we planted enough of the crocus to get 30 and thus upgrade our watering can. We're going to find out, but let's get this precious stone so we can build some more sprinklers. This one, and this one. Very nice. Alright, tremendous. So let's get them built. Alright, so we are prevailing here, my friends. We're looking good. Might as well just mine these trace resources here. Got some more iron. Actually got a lot more iron. And how about coal? 12 units of coal. I was thinking maybe to put some wood in there to get some more coal, but I decided against that. Let's just go all in on the iron. Can always buy coal if we need to, I suppose. I guess we got 3 units. I mean, it would be more advantageous to use planks instead, but what are you going to do? Alright, so let's get all this random stuff here. And let's see, can we get some more rose seeds? You bet. What's ready to come up? Got a few roses, a few sunflowers. Alright, so we're starting to really grow a lot of flowers here, and look at that, we do get some crocus. So what was that, 4 of them? We got 6. That should actually give us a bit of a head start. I'm feeling much better about getting the 30 that we need. So that's good, we should have that next turn. Alright, so let's just keep rolling here. Let's get our fields tended to. It's kind of our main function in this particular run, right? Can't always say that, but in this particular one, yeah, we're definitely invested on tending to the fields. And unfortunately, this row is not going to have the boosted growth, but what do? We were given a pond. And this is going to bother me for sure. Alright, so I'm going to focus my efforts on taking out these trees with the remaining energy that I have. And then let's go ahead and get our rose seeds going. Lots and lots of roses from the farm here today, my friends. I hope you like a bouquet of 12 long stem roses. I hope that's your preference. I just realized I forgot to till this part right here, so let's go ahead and get that done. Use the family goldfish to do so. And it is a wise build here today. I guess that plan kind of fell by the wayside, didn't it? What is the sprinkler costing us? I guess with the mines that we have, it doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead and just use the rest of our energy to chop down some trees. And let's call it a day right there. Everything's good. Yep, everything's good. Let's go. Alright, the crocus has blossomed and ready to come up. Very curious to see if we can secure 30 to upgrade our watering can. In fact, let's upgrade the hoe. Alright, crocus. We've got 24 right there. Okay, perfect. So we actually have an excess, which is great. We'll take it. Crocus watering can. Let's go. And that will give us +1 harvest boost, which is great. Means each plant will produce 1 extra, right? And obviously, if you scale that upwards, considering all of the plants that we have on the farm here today, it's super impactful if you ask me. Alright, we are starting to really grow some roses here, aren't we? Alright, let's just get all that stuff and let's go ahead with the gold hoe. Get these fields reset. Interesting. Alright, again. Let's get the fields reset. It's actually quite a bit of work. More than I had thought, to be honest. But looking good. So let's go ahead and get some rose seeds planted. Let's see if we have enough. We may or may not. We're going to have to find out. $31 remain. Looks like we're going to just fall a little bit short. Suppose that's a good thing. I mean, planted over 100 roses this turn. We've got the boosted harvest now, right? And our stack of roses is growing nicely. So I don't have any seeds left, really. 289 roses, though. How about that? All right, let's get... What do we need? 18? Yeah, we need 18. So here's 5, 10... Let's roll 16, 17, 18. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and populate our seed makers with some roses. Got 9 coal. Do we need to smelt down any ores? And everything's all upgraded, yeah. Guess we'll see what the next round of tool upgrades is for the axe, pickaxe, and hammer. Maybe we can get something that works for us there as well. We'll certainly see. We're going to keep our flowers in a nice little stack, though, of course. Let's sell the fish. Sand is selling good. Let's sell that. Frog leg. Yeah, I'm just going to sell it. Don't want it in my inventory. Beetle, we can probably hold on that. I do believe that there's a beetle hammer upgrade. Although that might be the tier 1 hammer, if I'm being honest. We'll figure it out, but might as well add another small field here. So we can do something like this. And this. Boom. Might as well mine what our mines provide us. More stone, of course. And let's go. Let's get 18 more seeds. What do you say? Shop. Roses. You bet. Should we grow some hydrangeas? Yeah, let's grow some hydrangeas, of course. Sunflowers. Let's get a nice little array. So we got 6, we got 10. I need 8 more. Here's 7 tulips. How about 8 tulips? 3, let's go sunflowers. Let's go hydrangeas. And let's go tulips. All right, very nice. Let's clear out some foliage with the remaining energy that we have here. And pretty much it's like, can make a little more room for fields, right? Like that's kind of what it does for us. All right, looking good. I think we can end our turn comfortably there. Let's go. I mean, ideally what happens is we shift all of this down 1 and then we add a row of hives in here, right? It's just unfortunate, but that's just kind of how this layout works. Maybe we can add... Got a bunch of rose seeds there. Maybe we can add a few more field selections down here. I don't know. We'll have to find out, but let's take care of the work first. Get all this stuff mined up. Although it's not really useful anymore to us, to be honest. Golden axe, sure. We'll get the golden axe. Alright, so we do level up here again. So fish bin, silver token, efficient tools, and magic. Let's go with efficient tools. I think it makes sense. I mean, good DNA would have been the optimal one to get there. In fact, getting that one early would have been just a blessing. But, you know, sometimes the game just doesn't quite give you what you're looking for. Doesn't look like anything's ready to come up either. That's okay. So why don't we do something like this? Let's bunch these up. And let's see what opportunities for another field do we have. I mean, we definitely have opportunities. So let's get this built. And this, let's add in some hives. See if we have enough wood. Not quite. Okay. I think that's all right, but let's tend to this one first and foremost, right? Sprinkler. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and get these rose seeds rolling. Let's get the hives built. Okay, sprinklers built. You bet. I mean, we got this one. I suppose we might as well. Might as well just throw in another field here. It's not going to be optimal. It's not going to grow fast. We might get one harvest before, you know, basically on rent day. Maybe not. But we might as well maximize. We've sort of reached a level where we can. So, might as well. Yeah, I mean, we're officially out of wood. Could start a tree farm, but it's way too late for that, right? So, might as well just kind of take what we have before us here, my friends. Let's get some gold smelting because why not? It's fun. And copper. Do we need more rose seeds? I mean, tomorrow we're selling everything anyways. Let's go tulips and... yeah, let's go tulips. I want to keep a nice power stack of roses. Really curious to see how much cash money we make tomorrow. So, we've got a little bit of energy left, don't we? But no wood really to add more fields, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it works, right? Yeah, the hammer upgrade selection. I was thinking about the beetle hammer. That must be the first level of hammer. So I think we can actually just end our turn here, if I'm being honest. There's no real point to continue to just, you know, hoe up the fields. It just doesn't make sense. Let's go ahead. Alright, so let's harvest the things that we have available to us here, my friends, and that pretty much includes all of our fields, right? All of them. So let's see. Let's go with the honey. Alright, so we got some flowers galore here, my friends. A whole bunch of roses, you bet. Let's get them into nice, neat stacks. And let's open up a local flower shop. What do you say? 166 and 12. Pretty good production. Now, is it enough? 555 roses, my friend. Selling at high end for $90. I mean, it's definitely not the most lucrative product you've ever seen on the channel here, but it's a pretty good one. So I think what we have to do is we have to ask ourselves, is it worth planting more seeds? Nothing grows in one day. It doesn't. These take 3 days, right? Tulip takes 3 days. So nothing is growing in one day. 4 days. And on the hive, of course, that growth time is reduced by 1, but it still doesn't matter. Yeah, so there's no point in planning what we have here. But we can do this. Of course, we can use the hives that we have. I think somebody was telling me that these actually stack, like the growth enhancement effects actually stack. So we're going to test this theory out for sure. In fact, if that is true, maybe there is opportunity to add in some more fields adjacent to, right? Like something like this. Got plenty of seeds. Might as well give it a shot. Just to squeeze a few more, right? Let's get the sprinklers in place where they need to be. I mean, this is a decent zone right here. I think what I should do is, let's do this. Got a hive here. Let's do something like this. Let's see if this works. Don't know if it will, but it's very low risk. What are we losing? Like $10 in rose seeds? Who cares? All right, so let's go with that, my friends. Yeah, let's go with that. Might as well fish up our little frog friends and fish friends here. Get some more experience. And the moment of truth. What are things selling for? Today is, of course, the day to sell it, given the stock market is at its peak, right? So let's just start from the top. So let's sell the lowest impact item first. Let's sell all this stuff. 94 honey selling for 35. That'll be a pretty penny. 3 grand. Frog leg. Frog skin. Cichlid. Okay, so this is a flower. We're going to save these for the end, of course. So goldfish, iron, gold bar, iron bar, copper bar, and gold ore does not get us there. Do notice. So we actually do need the flowers to kind of carry us across the finish line. So sunflower selling for $80. That's $1,300. Tulip selling for $60. That's 2 grand. Crocus selling for $50. 1,500 and 555 roses. A nice 555 number sells for 52K. Very nice. And does get us over the finish line, by the way. It's a lot of cash money here, my friends. So let's go ahead and end our turn there. No need to really prolong this any further. And let's see. Yeah, so it does appear that the hive effect does stack because I just added this. I just added this field right here, right? And you got 2 hives overlapping on these 2 zones, and it grew in 1 turn. So something interesting to note for sure. Maybe that's like one of the big takeaways from this. Is you can grow things in 1 turn with enough hives. Super interesting. I'd like to maybe play around with some builds that sort of try to maximize that, right? There's obviously ways around it, like if you get the correct, like good DNA buff, I think it's called. Reduces growth time by 1. It's a little less of a thing, but I mean, we'll certainly take that. That'll give us a few more trace items to sell, of course, to land the plane on yet another episode of AFR Rebirth. Alright, so naturally the rose is selling for 10,000 there. 12, 640, 360. Looking good. We end this run at about $90,000 here, my friends, and lock in the victory. So let's check out the final statistics, and like I said, land the plane on yet another fun run of AFR. So the axe was the most used tool. Interesting. Suppose it makes sense. Cut down a lot of trees. Flowers, of course, made us, 75 plus K. Other that would have been like ores and whatnot. Didn't really go all in on selling those until the last day. Still would have been able to do it with just the flowers, of course. Shop rolls, upgrades, unlocks, etc., etc. So, I sure hope that you enjoyed this episode here, my friends. If you did, please give the video a like. Please become a subscriber to the channel if you are not subscribed yet. I do thank you for your viewership. I really do appreciate it. I mean, there's a million other channels you could be watching here on YouTube, but you chose to spend some time here, and you also chose to watch it through to completion, and I do appreciate that. I really do. So give the video a like. A huge shout out to Indie Coffee. Thanks for the recommendation. If you want to make a recommendation for this game as well, you can certainly do that. Would love to hear your recommendations for a run. Now, with the demo where it's currently at, we have 2 weeks at our disposal. It's been a while since anything's really been added to the game, right? So I'm not going to say that the well of ideas is running a little shallow, but I mean, it just kind of is, right? You can only do so much with a 2-week demo version of a game. But I know this community really enjoys this game and sort of the atmosphere and how we slowly construct a build, right? So I would absolutely entertain another run, but I want to hear your opinions, your thoughts, right? What are your recommendations? What do you want to see next? do let me know. So with that said, my friends, I'm going to get on out of here, but thanks again so much. I do appreciate it. We'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.